Hello and welcome to this tutorial. We will be talking about certain features that help not only students but also parents understand the features of itsLearning to help them be as successful as possible for Achieve Virtual Education Academy. Another common question is, how do I access my grades? Simply go up to Follow-ups and Reports and click on that tab. This will allow you to access the gradebook. The most important thing that you need to understand about the gradebook is that it's not going to give you a total percent. I will show you how to do that in the next section about 360-degree reports. The nice thing about the gradebook, though, is it gives you a quick overview of how you're doing. So on assignment 1, we've got a 25 out of 25. The date that it was due will be in the right-hand column. So 1/7/2022. As we progress down, you can quickly see I did not complete assignment 2, I have completed assignment 3, I have not completed assignment 4, and so on. So this is a quick view of what's going on in your gradebook to help you better understand which assignments that are actually graded and which ones you've completed. By clicking on the 360-degree reports tab, we get into a very in-depth analysis of what your student has and has not completed for the course. The nice thing about 360-degree reports is it allows you as the parent as well as the student to understand how you're doing in each class, how much work you're completing, how much time you're spending in it. It has a better sense of how you're doing, but also at the same time, if you're not doing so well, how to rectify that situation to allow you to be more successful within your courses. As you can see here on the home page of 360-degree reports, it breaks it down by activity, progress, and grades. So what we can see here is the average amount per day that this student spends in this class, the number of visits as an average per day, as well as their activity up from last week. The total duration that they've spent in the course altogether, the total time of visits, and then the last visit they've made for the course. You can also break this down by activity per day. So you've got the month here, but also the days of the month here, so you can see when they're on and when they're not on. The other analysis that you can do is it breaks it down by all the months that they've been in the course. So some of them won't apply, for example, over the summer, or if they're in a fall semester course but not a spring semester course. So a lot of this will remain blank. However, it will show you on the day of the month, but also in the month, so you can analyze and say, okay, we had a really big gap here. What was that? Oh, that was spring break. So it's really helpful to see some gaps that might have occurred, but also ones that are explainable because of different circumstances. For example, if we come down to the bottom, total visits by weekday and time of day, you might have a student that works every Tuesday and Thursday, or they're the ones that don't work on the weekend because you guys always go on family trips. That's totally acceptable. What we're looking for is that the commonality is that they will allow themselves to work when they can and take advantage of all the information that they've got to be as successful as possible. Let's take a look at the Progress tab. The Progress tab will allow us to see overall progress, as well as break down that progress by completed on time assignments, completed past deadline assignments, and then incomplete past deadline. So for example, if you completed an assignment on time, it would be marked as green. If you completed it, but it's past the deadline, it would be in yellow. And then incomplete past deadline. So these are things that you still need to complete and they're past the deadline, is in red. On the other side, we've got the resources. So these are the assignments. These are the resources. The resources, the total number of resources in the course to help you with your information, as well as the amount that you've visited, the amount that you have not visited, and the amount that are not active. Not active is usually at 0. However, some courses are under construction. There may be an error. There may be something that's getting fixed, so they may be inactive right now, but they will be active soon. The nice thing is on the Progress tab, as we scroll down, we can quickly see all of the elements of the course will be listed on the left-hand side. The nice thing about this too is based on the way that the resources are set up, this is all in order. So if they go from the very beginning to the very end, they will complete the course in order to help them out. The nice thing you have here besides the elements is the status. If they've ever visited it, if they've completed it, if they've not completed it, and so on. So you can quickly get a snippet of they've done this, they've done this, they've done this, they've completed this, they have not completed assignment 2. So they can quickly see that they've done these things well. The other thing that you'll notice is these are corresponding with the colors, so the red, the yellow, and the green, based on the due dates of the overall activities that are completed. The nice thing you can see also is the last visit date. So when they completed the assignment, when they visited, are all listed in the last visit date. The other thing that we can break this down a little bit further is the time spent. So the time spent here allows you to see that in this, you will allow yourself to see 41 seconds spent, this one 11 seconds, 0. So if you notice that they're doing poorly on an assignment, you can say, okay, how much time did they actually spend on this versus how much time do you believe they actually should have spent on the assignment. Some of them will be pretty quick. For example, Chapter 1 vocabulary, it's only recording the amount of time that they were in that assignment to submit it. So if they completed the vocabulary in another place, for example, a Google document the entire time, and then they submitted it, it shouldn't take that much time. However, if we get down to the Unit 1 test, this should take a little bit longer. As you can see, it took 4 minutes and 9 seconds instead of right here you've got 11 seconds. The other thing you can notice, the details, if it's mandatory, the deadline, as well as the result that they earned on that assignment. So this can really give us an in-depth analysis of what your student has done to help you better understand how they're doing and why they're doing that. So the last one we'll be looking at are grades. The grades are nice to see. It gives you the overall percentage. However, what you need to understand is that this percentage is only based on the assignments they've completed. So unless your teacher is manually putting in the missing assignments in itsLearning itself, this will not reflect, for example, you have 3 weeks left of the class, you're supposed to be on assignment 29, you're only on assignment 6, so you've got a gap of 23 assignments that have yet to be completed. This will not reflect all of those missing assignments, so please do not get caught up in the overall grade. If they are on track, that is very accurate. If they are not on track, they are behind, they haven't submitted major assignments, this does not necessarily reflect that perfectly. The grades that you will get that respond to and give you your actual grade for the entire course at the semester mark is based on Skyward. So please, if you have any questions about this, reach out to your teacher to give you the most accurate information for your grades as possible.